Time for What Are the Odds? Presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Thank you. Time now for What Are the Odds? We take a look at two of the Mets' prize rookies and their odds to win National League Rookie of the Year. By the way, Kodai Senga is plus 900, even though, yes, he has 11 seasons in Japan, but he's a rookie. That's a topic for another day. Right now, we welcome back in John Harper. We have John Jastremski. JJ, it's good to see you. And because JJ is here and we haven't seen him yet, we're going to start with him. How does that sound? Okay, so we know that you are a big fan of Brett Baty. Do you think he's getting more at-bats in the majors or the minors this year?
This is a really tough question, Elise, because I am a fan of Brett Baty's game. I love him offensively, but the reason why at this point in time I'd wager on him getting more at-bats in the minors than the majors is this. They have a third baseman, Harp. His name is Eduardo Escobar. He really came on for the Mets in the second half of the year, and it sure seems like, for now at least, the Mets are content with the DH platoon they have. Now, I think ultimately there are going to be at-bats. It's 162 games. Guys are going to get hurt. But I'd say if I had to make a wager, more at-bats, minor leagues, big leagues, I'm going to say minor leagues.
Yeah, you know, I think I might go the other way, JJ, just because I agree. I don't think he's going to start the year in the majors, but I think he's going to, look, there's a lot to this kid, as you said. He had some great at-bats against tough pitchers. The numbers weren't as good as the at-bats were last year, but I think he showed something early, even in the minors. I'm not sure about Escobar, especially against right-handed pitching, so I think we could see Baty up here. In the second half, I think he can get more at-bats than Escobar. I think, and that'll give him more at-bats than he had in the minors, so I think he's going to have an impact.
I might go with JJ on this one. I think injury of Escobar.
The glove scares me, too. He's got to be much better at third base.
He's been working on it. Okay, so now, Harper, we're going to go to you. Do you think Baty or Alvarez has to produce for the Mets offense to be a success?
I think one of them for sure, because we've talked about it a lot. They're a little bit short, and especially in the power department, and that's where Alvarez fits in. I know the Mets don't want to start him just as a DH. They want him to be able to develop his catching defensively. So I think he's going to probably start in the minors as well. But I think at some point he's going to come up. They need that power. He's the extra bat I think they need. It could be Baty as well, but I think one of the two of them has to have an impact for this team to be where they want to be offensively.
Totally agree. They miss out on Carlos Correa, and if you look at the Met lineup, they have a lot of grinders. They have a lot of guys who are terrific with runners in scoring position, but you saw in their postseason series against the San Diego Padres, they were lacking that power bat. That's something the Atlanta Braves do have, and we're going to spend a lot of time in February, March, April, May, June, talking about how the Mets can chase down and beat out the Atlanta Braves in this division. That requires getting more power. So unless they're going outside the organization, yeah, you would think, Harp, down the road, Alvarez, Baty, that DH spot, there are a lot of possibilities there. That's where that raw power could play in.
Yeah, they need that one extra bat, that power bat to win some games when they're not hitting there. They were a high-contact team, but we saw it against good pitching against the Braves and the Padres late in the year. They really weren't able to do much offensively. That's where one guy steps up and hits maybe a 2 or 3 run home run and changes the whole complexion of the game. That's what the Braves had over them. I think that's where the Mets still need. And that could be addressed at the trade deadline as well. But if one of the rookies, one of the kids comes through, it's a big thing for the Mets.
And Alvarez has that sort of insane raw power that you're looking for. So if you're talking strictly power, he could be that guy. Baty also plays a role. And look, the Mets need more power in this lineup. If they're going to beat out the Atlanta Braves, it's got to happen.
Yeah, I think, too, that's where spring training and the beginning of the season comes in handy, right? See how these guys do, because when you bring them up, you have time. There's no rush. And it's going to be a contending team.
They know they're a good team, so they have time to see how this plays out.
And they'll add, too. Don't forget about that. If they need to, they will.
Yeah. I'm with you guys. Hey, doesn't the New York weather make you, like, a little bit ready? It's kind of warm, right?
I play golf tonight. I don't care. Whatever it takes.
We're ready for spring.